Hello guys, welcome back to AWMFX. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, or good night. So today I'm gonna make a video about trend continuous trade. So what can we expect from trend continuous trade? Not only that, I'm gonna give you a very good method of hint how you can identify the trend continuous trade easily. Okay, so first of all, for trend continuous trade, okay, we are looking for now let's give an example of the trend going bearish. So we're expecting the trend, once it breaks the previous low, all right, once it breaks the previous low, it will come back or likely to retest this area, right, this area over here, before it continues to goes down. So now the question here is that what do you need to look at it, or how do we qualify this area so that we can trade it correctly? So the first few things that we talked about previously, if you watch my videos, I already explained it a lot of time. You have to have a clean break. All right, you need to have a clean break. All right, sorry for that. You need to have a clean break. Okay, then second thing, at this particular area, you need to have a supply zone. Okay, a supply zone in this case. So if you're going opposite direction, means the bullish, you have to have a demand zone. All right, so you need to have a supply or demand zone at this area. So it's either at the bigger time frame or a smaller time frame. So what is the third thing? The third thing is that you must have a SSR. Third thing is SSR. SSR stands for significant support and resistance. Means that this blue line over here must be a SSR. All right. So now I have a few examples for you. How we able to catch this trade, not only or should I say not only accurately, we can get a sniper entry. All right, we can get a sniper entry. So let's dive into this example. We are looking at Euro AUD 30 minutes. So as we can see, the price is going downwards, right? The price is going downwards. So first of all, we must find a significant support resistance, SSR. All right, so how do we find significant support and resistance? This is a lot of challenge to a lot of people out there. So I have a method that is very easy. That is to switch your chart into line chart. That's all. You switch your chart into line chart. So what you're looking at is that you need to look at the price that makes a very big V. Okay, a very sharp V or a very sharp A. Okay, this is what we call it as a significant support resistance. Means that this area, all right, have a very good rebounding area, or should I say the price action. Okay, a price action at this area. So first of all, we can identify over here. Let's look at it. So can you see that there is a V at this area? There is a V at this area, right? So not only that, if I put my line at this area, right, you can see that there is another A behind it, just behind it. So it's around this area. I'll put it around this area. So this line will be my significant support and resistance. So this is my significant support and resistance, right? So the first criteria, of course, it becomes the third criteria. Okay, then let's switch it back to the candlestick. Let's look for clean break. Is this a clean break towards this area? Is this a clean break? Yes, it is. It is a clean break. All right, so we have two criteria correct. So now the last one is a bit challenging. Supply and demand. You cannot see any supply and demand at this break, right? So I tell you what, now we look for king. All right, king. So where is the king? This is a king. All right, this is a double Maru King. This is a double Maru King. If you look at it properly, this is a Marubozu, this is a Marubozu. So when the two Marubozu connects, there is a shadow going down and shadow going upwards. So this is a DM King, double Marubozu King. Alright, so even if I switch it to a candle, if you look at it, there is a lot of rejection even behind here. So if you don't believe there is a supply zone here, you switch it to small time frame, right? Until you find it, because King represent a supply demand zone at higher time frame. So if you switch it to small time frame, you definitely will find your supply and demand zone. See, that is your supply zone. That is your supply zone. If you have no confidence on the King, you can enlarge your zone into a bigger area. Alright, into a bigger area, or maybe like that. It depends on you, but for me, this is it. This is it, because this is a rally base drop, rally base drop in M5. Alright, so now when we have a supply zone that breaks the previous support and resistance, means that this is a very, very strong area. So eventually, let's switch it back to the 30 minutes over here. Eventually, if you can see it properly, the price came to this kink and then dropped significantly. And then it drops significantly, right? So this is a good trade. This is an excellent trend continuous trade. Then again, what happened? We have this low over here, and then the breaks. There is a break. All right, there is a break. So is this a clean break? Yes, this is a clean break. When it breaks this area, this is a clean break. So the second thing, is this a significant support and resistance? So let me get all this line out of the way first. So let's put a line over here. Not sure is this a significant support and resistance? Just look at it in a candle form first. So that is rejection, rejection, rejection. So do you consider this significant support resistance? For me, yes, it is. Alright, if you don't have confidence, like what I say, switch it to the line chart and you find there is a very sharp V. There is a very sharp V over here. Can you see? There is a very sharp V. So this area is what we call it as a qualified significant support and resistance too. Alright, so what happens is that now the third thing, the most important entry point, supply and demand. Supply and demand. Can we get any supply and demand over here? No, right? But we have a king, EM king. All right, these two candlestick over here, double Marubozu king, very, very nice. Let's highlight it, the zone first. Let's highlight the zone. No supply and demand. Don't worry, like what I said, switch it to small time frame and see, is there anything there? Is there anything? Let's see. Right. Oh, we still have the king over here. We still have the king over here. So, alright, let's switch it to 15 minutes. See, is there anything? Still the king, same king. The same king happens 3 times. Maybe it is on the smaller time frame. Maybe it is at the smaller time frame. Right? So if you have no confidence, 5 minutes. Don't worry. Don't worry about this. This is excellent trade. 5 minutes. Alright. You may enlarge your zone into this area, because there is a rally base drop. You may enlarge it to this area. Don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. Alright. So this is how you can trade your trend continuous trade. Alright. By just using the 3 checklist over here. Clean break, significant support resistance, and supply and demand. I think these two should switch place. Yes, SSR should be on the second. Yes, correct. So can you see how we trade this? And it give you an awesome, I tell you, awesome reward. This reward or that reward. Alright, so it's been a very, very good trade. It doesn't matter the first one or the second one. Right? Even on the third zone, okay, if you look at it, there is another break. Supply zone that breaks. Supply zone that breaks the previous low over here. So let's switch it to line chart and see, is there any V? Yes, there is even a lot of V over here. So this is very, very nice. Okay, so you switch it back. You see it? Very, very nice. So this is how you can trade trend continuous. In a single movement, you can catch 3 trades over here. So hopefully this video can help those newbies trading Forex, because trend continuous is the safest trade you can get out there. Alright, so hopefully you guys learn a few tricks or tips about trading trend continuous. Don't simply go into a trade. Alright, make sure you have all the things that I've taught you, or no, I should say I share with you. I'm not a teacher, I'm just a student still learning, but I like to share all the knowledge, useful knowledge that can help you guys out there to start trading. Alright, so see you guys next time. Bye.